back to the channel. I want to start this video off by thanking all of you guys who have been subscribing to the channel recently. I've seen that subscriber count going up, and I see many of you guys commenting and watching the video. So I really want to say thank you for staying tuned and watching the videos, subscribing to the channel, and really giving me some good feedback on the car. And I've tried my best to get to all the questions that have been coming up on specs for torquing specific bolts, or any mods as far as where you can get them and where they're available. So keep the questions coming. I'll be glad to help out and answer any questions, or help you find any parts that you see on the car and make them available to you guys. So where's the car been? The car's been parked for pretty much all the winter and haven't been really doing much on it. I've had a few mods on the shelves that I've been very anxious to get on. I just haven't really had the time. And today I have the car up in the air, and I want to fill you guys in on the mods we've done recently, and some of the maintenance that we're going to be performing today to get the car ready and back on the road for the Michigan summer months, and really enjoy the car. So with that said, let's see some of the things that I've added on since this car had been parked pretty much all winter. We got some new tires. So after the last track event, we really did a number on those general summer tires, and I think the car with the new suspension setup really drove those tires, and they just couldn't handle the cornering speed. So we went with the Continental Extreme Contact Sport 02s, and they say these are the king of rain tires. So I wanted to pick a tire that I could use at the track, as well as a daily drive, summer months where we get a lot of rain, and I wanted to be safe as well as have a little fun with the car. And these tires are gonna do just that. And these are very sticky tires from all the reviews I've seen and such. And we got these in the 245s 40 17s. So we ran the same size before. The car fits, the tire fits great on the car with the spacers that we have and such, and really a great tire to run. And then let's move on here to the car, and I want to show you guys what we've done recently. And one of that is we got to get underneath here, and maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. So what that is the rigid collars. Now Spoon is famous for these. I got these from Blocks Racing. So Blocks Racing also makes a rigid collar kit for the front subframe, and that is pretty much 4 spacers. One goes the bottom, the other one goes right here on the top, and same for the front action, which is covered underneath all the plastic paneling. So pretty sure there's many guys out there who do a better job explaining this than me with some great visuals, but what it comes down to is you are centering the subframe to the body of the car. The subframe has an oversized hole to the subframe bolt. The rigid collars take up that slack between the bolt and the subframe, and it centers the subframe to the body of the car. So we got to do fill it up with some oil today. Suspension goodies, looks great. So we got some oil we got to fill in, and the other thing on the list is we got the trans fluid synchro mesh from Pennzoil. I've been running this in the past. Car does great with it. This is a manual transmission fluid. The K24 Z7 takes 1.9 quarts for a drain and fill, and we're gonna do just that. And I'll show you guys where the drain and fill bolts are if you don't know already. And a little tip, when it comes time to do the job, always take or remove the fill bolt first before you remove the drain bolt, in case you drain it and you cannot get the fill bolt on or removed, and then you're kind of out of luck. So remove the fill bolt first and then the drain bolt, and then you're gonna need a fluid transfer pump to get this to go in, because you have no room. And then the last item on the list is these polyurethane sway bar bushings. So we had these on the car before, and this is very stiff. And the reason it's removed is because I used just some synthetic grease when I installed it. And whenever you use polyurethane bushings, it's highly recommended you use a silicone based grease. We had a lot of noise with this synthetic grease. What happened is that grease seemed to dry up, and it was making some rubbing noises, which I thought something was wrong with the suspension, but it really wasn't. It was this. So we picked up some Sil Glide from Advanced Auto Parts, and this is for brake pads, but it's a silicone based grease that we're gonna apply to these suckers and then reinstall these back on there, and hopefully we don't get that noise again. And these were covered in grease, and it was just caked on there, and it was hard, so I can understand why I was making that noise. So I gave these a good clean, and we're gonna get these back on the vehicle, and that should be pretty much it for if I haven't mentioned this before, for all of you guys who have watched the video with the strut bar install. So the issue you're going to run into with the strut bar is when you do your oil changes, the strut bar sits right over the fill spot, so it makes it hard for funnels to stay put when you come to do your oil. So you're going to need one of these long skinny ones to kind of just let it sit like that, and then doing your oil. Alrighty, on to our last task is the trans fluid. So we got them right here. That's these two bolts right there, the rusty one in the back, and this one. This is the first, the drain one, which is right over here. That's an 18. The one in the back is a 17. That's your fill. So whatever you do, loosen up the one in the back first before you drain it. Once you get that one loose, then break the drain bolt free. Alright, and then I'll show you guys the pump I use to get this thing filled up and the approach angle I use to fill it. oil change is done. So another thing I want to point out is, I know you guys are going to probably ask me in the comments, the torque specs for those bolts, it is 12 foot-pounds of torque. So there's 3 of them there. They're 10 millimeters, 12 foot-pounds. If you can get a torque wrench in there, that's what it is. All right. Next is installing back those sway bar bushings. The best tool to use to get this job done is one of these wrenches. These will make this job so much easier. Back when I first installed them, I did not have this wrench, so with a swivel head, this will make that job 100% easier with one of these. So get one of these. If you're planning on swapping those out yourself, you're gonna thank me. So I believe that bolt is a 14. So let's get to work installing those, and then we'll save the trans fluid for last. Alright guys, it's the next day. We had a pretty late night last night with getting the car all finished up, ready to go. So we're going to do a first start today, and I'm going to set you guys up with the camera back here. Hopefully it comes out pretty good through the camera, and let you guys hear the exhaust first start with the NVIDIA high performance exhaust.